Hey guys, welcome back to the Pisces Man. First of all, thank you so much for the response to my last video. Okay, the one about Saturn and the 7.5 years of bad luck or Sadisati. Honestly, I wasn't expecting that many views, okay, that many comments, messages from you guys. A lot of you shared your own experiences, your struggles, what you've been through over the last few years. It was really interesting reading all those messages. Thank you very much for that. I'm still working on your charts and interpretation of your charts and reading your charts and what's causing the problem that you guys shared with me. Okay, I'm thinking about starting a new series about that and maybe YouTube shorts or something. Okay, let's see what happens. Now, as always, if I've made any mistakes in the videos and if I've annoyed anybody, I apologize. Okay, I'm still learning, I'm still improving, and I'm trying to make these videos better each time. Also, before anyone mentions in the comments, yes, I know I keep snorting during the videos. I have a nose issue. The weather here has been terrible recently, and my nose is trying to become the co-host of this channel. Okay, if you hear the occasional sniff or snort, I apologize in advance. Consider it a bit of a free ASMR. Anyway, I wanted to make this video for a while now because something quite significant has just happened. Okay, Mars has moved into Taurus, and that's only the beginning. Over the next 10 days, we have multiple planetary changes happening in a very short period of time. We have Mars changing signs, Mercury changing signs, the Sun is moving to a new constellation, Venus is moving into a new constellation, Mercury turning retrograde, several important planetary interactions happening. All of this is happening within a matter of days. Now, that doesn't happen very often. Usually these changes are spread out. This time, everything seems to be happening at once. And whenever multiple planets start changing signs, changing constellations, changing direction, interacting with each other, within a short period of time, we usually start noticing shifts in people's lives. Now, before we continue, I want to make something very clear. This video is specifically for Pisces Ascendants or Pisces Moon sign. It will resonate with you, parts of it. I'm primarily looking at Pisces Ascendants. Otherwise, I would need to make 12 separate videos and I'd basically never leave this chair. So for the sake of my sanity, we are focusing on Pisces Ascendants only. Now, what makes this period so interesting is that we are not just looking at planetary changes. We are looking at planetary activation and the activation of specific houses. We are looking at house lords moving into different houses. We are looking at planets aspecting other planets. We are looking at planets helping each other. And in some cases, creating tension. That's where the real story is, because astrology isn't about planets moving, affecting you this way, that way. Venus moved here, Mercury moved there. The real question is, what areas of life are now being connected together? What themes are becoming more important? What lessons are being asked? What are the opportunities that's going to appear for you? what you should focus on in your life, where the problem is. Now, throughout this video, I'm also going to talk about potential problems and practical remedies where it is appropriate. Okay? Now, I know what you think. Remedies don't work. A lot of you been asking about remedies, and a lot of you been saying that remedies don't work. They never worked for them. Okay? Now, there's a specific way of doing remedies. All right? They do work. Some of them do work. In fact, I'm probably going to make an entire separate video on remedies because there seems to be a lot of confusion around them. In my opinion, they work. But probably not in the way most of you think. We're going to talk about that in another video, and it's going to be very, very interesting because once you know how it works, it's going to work. And I'm going to share my story as well. Now, for today, let's focus on what's actually happening between June 21st and June 30th and why this period may be much more important than it first appears. So, if you have a notebook, you can grab that. If you want to learn astrology, this can be a very good learning experience as well. Now, on June 21st, today is June 21st, okay? And something important has already happened. Mars has just entered Taurus. Most people won't notice it immediately. But if you're a Pisces Ascendant, the energy has already shifted. It's not dramatic. It's not an overnight thing. You will not feel anything yet, but the direction has changed. Between now, okay, yesterday, between yesterday, June 20th, I'm uploading this video on June 21st. Between yesterday and June 30th, we're going to see exactly what that change means. Today, we are not looking at planets moving signs. We're looking at house lordship, planetary interaction, planetary aspect. Which houses are being activated? Which areas of your life are waking up? And what opportunities and problems may appear over the next 9 days? Now, first, let's look at this chart. Pisces Ascendant, 12 in the middle. Saturn is in Pisces, your first house. Okay, this is the Sadhisati, peak of Sadhisati that we learned in the last video. Mars has entered Taurus in the third house. The Sun and Mercury are in Gemini in your fourth house. Jupiter and Venus are in Cancer, your fifth house. Ketu is in Leo, your sixth house. Rahu is in Aquarius in your 12th house. Immediately, one thing stands out here. The chart is heavily activated. The first house is activated, the third house is activated, the fifth house is activated. You, your actions, your future, your creativity, your plans, your direction in life. This is not a month of sitting still. If you don't make a move, if you don't take action, you are wasting this opportunity, guys. Now, Mars has entered Taurus. Let's start with a bigger shift. Mars in Taurus. For Pisces Ascendant, Taurus is the third house. The house of efforts, communication, courage, business, marketing, skills. If you're a content creator, that's for you as well. That's your house. Sales, the willingness to act. Mars rules two houses for Pisces. Okay, the second house, which is the house of money, your family, your speech, and the ninth house, which is your luck, your blessings, your father, your teachers, your higher learning. Okay, now think about this. The Lord of money and the Lord of luck has entered the house of efforts. The message is very simple. Luck now wants effort. The more you put your effort in, the bigger your luck becomes, the better your luck becomes. Money also requires effort. The more you work, the more money you get. Progress, if you want to progress, effort, same thing. The more effort you put in, the more progress. The universe is moving away from waiting. It wants you to take action. Some of you may already feel more restless, and that restlessness is what is going to push you forward. That the feeling of being impatient, you will become more determined. You may feel tired of delays now. Now you're going to start thinking about problems. These problems coming into your mind, that is what's going to move you forward. You're going to be tired of excuses. You're going to be tired of waiting for the perfect time. Now that is Mars energy. Mars is looking at your career. Okay? Mars is not just sitting in the 3rd house, it's aspecting your 10th house. Your career, your reputation, your public image, your status. This is important. Mars is energizing your career sector. This is great. This is a great placement because you will have more ambition now, more visibility in your job space, more confidence, more willingness to take the professional risk. The problem here, Mars also gives a problem. And it depends on how your Mars is sitting in your own chart, okay, your natal chart. It gives conflicts with your bosses. That's the only issue with Mars here. It gives you impatience. It wants results immediately. It can cause burnout because you will be working so much. Even though you will have good effects, it can cause burnout mentally, physically. Because this is when you guys will suddenly start focusing on work. While you work a lot, you may get frustrated with work because you're working so much. Okay? And this is not the time to stop working, okay? It's the time to keep going. I'm just preparing you. This is what you may feel. Mars also looks at your 6th house, which is the house of your health, your competition, your enemies, your daily routines, your structure in life, okay? Now, when Mars looks here, you become more disciplined. You become more fit because you're focusing on fitness, your structure. Maybe you build a routine for the gym, routine for your diet. You suddenly decide, I'm not going to eat sugar from now onwards, okay? It makes you very determined, determination, okay? Productivity comes in. Now, the problem, it can cause inflammation in your body. It can cause stress. It can cause arguments with people. Okay, you can become very competitive. Your behavior might change. You might not notice this yourself. I'm preparing you. Look out for this. You will become very competitive. Okay? If all this while you've been procrastinating on exercising, physical work, Mars is no more interested in your excuses. Mars wants movement. It wants you to move your body. Okay? Now, there's a really good remedy here, and it really, really works. If you have a poorly placed Mars and you are feeling more negatives, the best remedy is to train your body. Lift weights, go to the gym, walk, run, martial arts, all that stuff. Physical activity heals this problem. Heals this placement. Okay? It's a remedy for this. Physical movement will channel this Mars energy. Okay? And I would say best time, if you want If you don't want the negative sides of Mars, I would say join a gym, start working out, be consistent, build a structure. That's what the remedy is. And you will see improvement. Now, Saturn is looking at Mars. Now, here's where the real story begins. Saturn sitting in your first house, Mars sitting in the third house. Saturn aspecting Taurus, which means Saturn is directly influencing Mars. Now, understand this, okay? Mars wants speed. Saturn wants patience. Mars wants to move. It wants action. Saturn wants planning first. He wants you to plan before you move. Mars wants immediate results. Saturn wants long-term results. This creates internal tension. Okay? Two different opposite planets. Many Pisces people will feel, I know I need to do something, but I'm not completely sure what. Or I want to move forward, but something is slowing me down. That is Saturn and Mars negotiating with each other, speaking to each other, arguing with each other. Okay, the solution is not choosing. You don't choose one thing or another. The solution is combining both of them. Plan carefully, act. Plan, act. Plan and act. If you act without planning, you will fail. And if you keep planning, you don't act, you will fail. Plan carefully and act. Recognize your feelings that you are in a rush. You want to run, but you cannot just run without planning. You need to look inside of yourself. Okay? Now, great time. That's a great time. That is what all the astrology channels are telling you. It's going to be great. If you misinterpret this information, you might have thought that, oh, I'm going to be feeling great. No. This whole thing is actually making you feel restless. You're going to be confused. You're going to be like, oh no, do I do this? Do I do that? Okay? And what's the best remedy here? Like I said, build a structure. Go to the gym, physical workout, physical exercise, physical anything. Put in the hard work. That's going to fix this issue. Now, June 22nd, Mercury is going into Cancer. Okay? Now, Mercury enters Cancer. For Pisces, Cancer is the 5th house. This is the house of your creativity, children, learning, teaching, romance, ideas, speculation, business planning, okay? Mercury is the ruler of the 4th house. The 4th house is your house, your home, your family, your comfort zone, your property, okay? And also, it's the lord of your 7th house. Relationships, marriages, business, other people, connection with other people. Now, Mercury will go into the 5th house. This will create a connection between the home, the relationships, the future plans. Many of you will suddenly start thinking, where am I going with this? What future do I want? What do I want beside me? What am I building here? This is not a passive transit, guys. This is a planning transit. You can already see that this is the time when all these planets are going to force you to think, because you will not know what you want. And by the end of this transit, you will be clear about what you want. But if you don't make the move, if you don't act upon this, you will stay confused. The moment these planets move away, you will remain confused, and that's it. That's it, guys. That's it. Mercury is joining Jupiter. This is probably the most important interaction in your chart. Mercury joins Jupiter. Jupiter is your ascendant lord, and Jupiter rules the 1st house. You. The 1st house is you. And the 10th house is your career. Jupiter sits in the 5th house. Mercury joins Jupiter. Look at how this connection is. 1st house, 4th house, 5th house, 7th house, 10th house. That is huge. That's a huge surface area you can see. This is you, your home, your relationships, your future, your career. All become connected. This is why many of you Pisces people, me including, will be making major decisions now. Career decisions, relationship decisions, family decisions, business decisions. Okay? But you're not going to be acting yet. But you'll be thinking. The planning stage has started. You're planning in your head. Okay? Plan first before you take the action. And I'm telling you, whatever you're feeling now is the right thing. Go with the gut feeling. These planets are giving you gut feeling. The gut feeling, that is what's going to work. Try to be sensitive. Try to feel. Try to feel. Somebody is telling you something. Feel it. Be sensitive. Only then you will realize what is the right thing. Okay? Don't use your brain. Use your feeling, your heart. This is the time to shut off that mind and listen to the heart. Okay? Because these planets are going to give you a feeling. That's all you're going to get. Now Jupiter is going into Pushya. Actually, Jupiter entered Pushya on June 19th. Now Pushya is a constellation, which I think I spoke about in the past. It's ruled by Saturn, and Pushya, this constellation is all about growth, development, nourishment, protection, stability, and unlike Rahu type growth, okay, it's more like a stable growth. Rahu type growth is extreme. It amplifies. Okay, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about slow, consistent growth, nurturing kind of energy. It grows permanently. Now that's the word, permanently. Okay, it's constantly growing. Slowly, like a tree. It grows like a tree. Okay, Jupiter is in Pushya. It's telling us, build something properly. And it's going to grow properly, slowly. Study properly. Your knowledge is going to grow. Plan properly. Develop your skills properly. It's not a quick success. This is a lasting success. Something that will last forever. That sort of a thing. So if this is the time, if you start something now, whatever it is, you guys, different people, different priorities, different situations, you guys have different things going on in your life. And whatever that is important to you, think about it. Write it down. If you don't write it down, if you just keep things in your head, you will not recognize it. Write things down. What is important for me? Where do I want to be in the next 10, 20 years? What changes I can make right now? Okay, because perfect time now, whatever you do now, whatever seed that you put in the ground now, it's going to grow like a tree. And you will only see it in the next how many years, okay? Now, 22nd of June, tomorrow, Sun is going into Ardra. This is another constellation. Now, let's talk about Ardra. Ardra is ruled by Rahu. Its main themes are truth, exposure, breaking the illusions, disruption, seeing reality clearly. Okay, the Sun rules your 6th house. 6th house is your health, your work, your competition, your routine, your obstacles, your daily routine, all that stuff, your structure. When Sun enters Ardra, the 6th house matters, whatever that's related to the 6th house, which is your routine, your enemies or whatever, become exposed. Okay, you will start seeing it very clearly. If you have a health problem, the 6th house related to, like I said, obstacles, work, competition, enemies, your routines, your health. Now, when it shines light in this house, if you have a health problem, they will come to light. You will be like, oh, I was feeling this way because of this. Okay? Any workplace issue that you've been having, it will become obvious. You will find the problem. If you have something causing obstacles in you, for example, it was your bad habits, that's going to become obvious. Somebody's going to walk up to you and say, you're the problem. You need to fix it. Okay? If there's conflicts going on, that's going to become more obvious, the reason for the conflict. What is the benefit of all this? Clarity. That's what we all want. Recognition. Recognizing the problem. Sun is going to shine light on these areas of your life. Okay, and what is the challenge here? You may not like what you discover. You will not, if the problem is you yourself, your bad habits. For example, I'm giving you an example. You have a drinking habit and you thought it's fine to drink every weekend or every day or whatever. Somebody may just come up to you and tell you, hey, you are the problem, that you don't have enough money because you've been drinking. And you've been drinking a lot lately. And that's when it'll hit you. And you are not going to like it. You may even fight with the person. But this is what the universe is telling you. You're the problem. Okay? If somebody told you to get a health checkup, the doctor might give you a bad news about something. Or tell you, hey, you're pre-diabetic. You're pre-diabetic. You need to control your carbohydrate intake or your sugar intake. Okay? So you're not going to like, you may not necessarily like what somebody tells you, because they're going to shine light on the problem. Okay, you might find out that the person who is causing problems for you is your best friend. This sort of a thing. So that's what happens. Now, June 23rd, Venus is going into Ashlesha, another constellation. Okay, Venus goes into Ashlesha. Ashlesha is ruled by Mercury. Okay, the themes here: attachment, psychology, hidden motives, strategy, perception. Okay, Venus rules your third house, which is the house of your communication, your efforts, and the eighth house, which is the house of transformation, secrets, depth, emotional depth, anything under the surface, anything hidden. When Venus enters Ashlesha, the emotions become strong. Relationships become more psychological. People become more aware of what they are attached to. Okay? What does that mean? It can deepen or make your intimacy more deeper intimacy, deeper emotional healing. You will heal emotionally. It will make you more self-aware. You become more self-aware about your situations, about the people around you, about yourself. You become more self-aware. Okay? It's like you've been working like a robot all this while, not looking at things. And suddenly when this shift happens, you will realize, oh my God, what am I doing with my life? Or, you realize that this is the problem and this is what's helping me and this is what's going on with my life. Suddenly this veil just comes off and you start seeing things more clearly. The problem with this placement is you can become very obsessive about something. Jealousy is seen from here. Manipulation. Unintentionally or intentionally, you might get into some sort of manipulative situation. Okay? You may become dependent emotionally. All right? On something or someone. But it also makes you self-aware that you're becoming dependent. Sorry, my nose again trying to take over this this channel. Okay, so the problem is jealousy, manipulation, emotional dependency. The best thing you can do for this, I would say it's sort of a remedy. All right, the remedy is asking yourself, am I seeing reality or am I seeing what I want to see? You need to write this down. Am I seeing reality or am I seeing what I want to see? And then you need to be honest with yourself. That's it. That's the remedy, man. Nothing else you can do. It's self-realization. The more self-aware you become, the more you realize that these problems, they don't matter. Okay, you need to be self-aware. Write it down. Be aware, guys. Wake up. Now, June 25th. This is one of the better transits. Really, really good transit, okay? Venus in the 5th house, Saturn in the 1st house. Emotions meet maturity. Creativity, it's going to meet discipline. Relationships become more serious. Creative projects become more stable. Financial decisions become more practical. This is an excellent time for planning anything in your life. Plan something. It's going to be stable. Plan something, okay? Write the date down, 25th of June. Now, June 28th, Mars and Jupiter. Probably the strongest day in the entire period that we're talking about. Mars and Jupiter from a harmonious perspective now. They're forming a relationship. Mars is action, Jupiter is growth. Mars is courage, Jupiter is wisdom. Action now has a direction. Excellent day for launching something, some project. Okay? Excellent day, amazing day. Write the date down, guys, because you don't get these times. Again, these sort of days. Because if you have something planned, if you want to launch something, if you have some sort of a project coming up, this is it. Perfect time. Okay. So all these planets are moving and changing constellation within such a short period of time, guys. Okay. I hope you understand how big this is. Right? And with this, if you have a creative project coming up, I would say launch it. Launch it, guys, because now you have a direction with Mars. If you want to start a business, if you want to start recording videos, if you want to go on YouTube, and suddenly plan to get on something you want to talk about, get on it, man. Do it. This is the time. Launch something. Upload that video. I'll watch it. I'll subscribe to you. Okay? Amazing day for if you want to start teaching, studying, applying for a job even. If you want to make an important decision, this is the time. Okay? This is the time, June 28th. This is one of those rare periods where action and opportunity are actually cooperating. You rarely see this. On 30th of June, Mercury retrogrades. Now, Mercury turning retrograde. Mercury is not actually moving backwards. It only appears to move backwards because from the angle we are looking at it, okay? But astrologically, Mercury retrograde means review, reassessment, recheck something, reflect, okay? Because Mercury is retrograding in the 5th house and with the Jupiter. You may revisit old projects, old business ideas, old education goals, old plans. If you had something in the past which is incomplete, this is the time it will come back in front of you. Okay, it's not necessarily bad. Sometimes an old idea that you left halfway through deserves another chance. Okay, if it could be a bad relationship that you were in the past, and someone from the past just comes back in your life, that can happen as well. Okay, now if I have to give you a remedy for this, because this may not always be positive, the only solution to this is to slow down and check everything. Double check. Do not rush. Double check those documents. Double check everything. If you save those photos on your phone, double check every single thing. Now, Pisces, the next 9-10 days are going to be asking you a few questions. Every planet has a different question for you. Saturn will be asking you, who are you becoming? Because that's where Saturn is. You're going through your Sarisati, 7.5 year period of your bad luck, and it's sitting in the first house. It's sitting on top of your head. You can imagine that. It's asking you, what are you becoming? Because when I go out from this house, you need to become someone. You need to be a different person. Okay, and you need to ask yourself, who are you becoming? Mars is asking, what actions are you taking? If you're not taking actions, man, you're wasting your life. You need to be taking some sort of action. Mars is getting out from this house soon, and by that time you need to take an action. Don't waste his energy. Jupiter is helping you build something. It's also asking you what future are you going to build for yourself. Mercury is making sure that you check everything, you plan properly. Okay. Venus is checking, are you emotionally attached to something? And do you recognize that? Are you dependent on something? Okay, don't be. That's the lesson. Sun, moving constellation, is shining lights on the problems. What are you avoiding? What truth are you avoiding? What are you not looking at? Are you not looking at some problem in your life on purpose? If that's the case, it's going to make things bigger. It's going to make those problems bigger so you see them. The biggest opportunity between now and June 30th is action guided by wisdom. All right? Use your wisdom. Take the action. The biggest problem or the biggest loss here for you is impatience and not taking action. Your impatience, if you go by your emotions, that's going to be a big problem. It's going to be dangerous. Do not go by emotions. Recognize your emotions and calm yourself. The only thing to fix this is very simple. I've given you all the remedies that, from my point of view, they work very, very well. One is exercise. You need to put your energy somewhere. Exercise consistently. Okay? If you have a delayed task, finish it. If you have any sort of delayed pending task, try to finish them. Write down your ideas. Organize the plans. Whatever plans you have, organize them. Study something useful. Teach something useful. Address the problems immediately instead of postponing everything. Because Saturn rewards discipline. Mars is rewarding action. Jupiter rewards growth. And with this Ardra constellation, it rewards honesty. The energy has already shifted, guys. The question is not whether things are changing. The question is, what are you going to do with the change? Okay? So I hope everyone understood what I just said there. And take care. see you in the next video. So the next video is going to be all about remedies, and remedies that I believe in personally. They work for me, and I'm going to share with you. So see you in the next video. Take care now. Bye bye.